Hello, so Jonathan Johnson here with you guys again today. Today we're going to be doing a hands-on project, which is Project 6-1. This project, we're going to set up and configure Valhalla, a Windows-based honeypot, and we're also going to examine how the network scanning applications like Nmap, detect, and report services enabled in Valhalla using different types of scanning options. So, in order to complete this exercise, you are going to have installation of Windows 7 Professional available for use. And also you're going to have VMware to run Windows 7 Professional. So step one, we're going to go onto the web browser on the Windows 7 system. So we're going to go down here, open up our VMware. Alright, now we have VMware open. We're going to go to the web browser. So we'll click Internet Explorer. And we're going to go to this website. We're going to go to SourceForge. http sourceforge.net/projects/Valhalla honeypot. Okay. Once we're at, see, now that we're here at SourceForge, we're going to click and download. So right here it says download the Valhalla 180 English zip folder. Go back up to there. There we go. We're going to download that right there. So it says your download will start shortly. We don't need this. Alright. So now that so we're going to open this file right here. Wait, I think we want to save it somewhere first. When prompted, we're going to save the zip file to our desktop. So we're going to click Save, click Desktop, and save it. Now it's putting it to the desktop. One second here. So our download's complete. So now we have the Valhalla right here. We're going to open it. We're going to double click the icon. Then we see how we have honeypot right here. So now once we have that there, we're going to drag honeypot application from the zip folder to copy it onto the desktop and then close the zip file window. Let's move this over. So drag that over here. So it's now honeypot is on the desktop. Then we're going to close the zip file window and then go turn. Alright. Then we're going to go down and turn the network firewall off on the Windows 7. So right here, network and sharing. Right here, Windows firewall. And it says use recommended settings where we are right now. We want it to be off. Windows firewall state is set to off currently. In case you guys, just to show you how you do it. What the heck's all this stuff popping up for? Now when you click use recommended settings, it goes right here to on the side. Turn Windows firewall on or off. You click that and you click on the bottom it says turn Windows firewall off. Not recommended. You click that and then OK to apply your settings. So now we have the firewall is there we go. Now it says the firewall for home or private networks are off, and also for public networks it's off. So now that we have that, the firewall, We're going to close this and we're going to run a quick Nmap scan to verify which services are available on the Windows 7 system before we configure and start the honeypot. On the system with Nmap installed, so we gotta go back over to the host system, which is this right here. Well, it says Nmap right here. Go into Nmap. Now we have Nmap opened. We're gonna type in some stuff around. So right here we're going to type for target, we're going to type in Nmap capital S, lowercase s, then a capital S. Then we're going to go get the IP address of the Windows 7 system. So we go right here. Mouse is going everywhere. Sorry about that, I had a little interference. So now, like I said, we're going to go back to here. Go down here, open the Network and Sharing Center again. Click Local Area Connection 2, Details. And we want the IPv4 address right here. So go back up here and type in where we were. So 192.168.17.129.17.129. Alright. Now once we have that typed in, we're going to scan it. Enter. Says there should be a few, if any, services available. So, sorry, I typed in the command up in the target box and didn't type in the command line. We had some weird stuff happen. But here's the things that popped up, the ports and the state services of the ports. It said there should be a few, if any, services available. Well, there is a few of services available. We have the MAC addresses and the ports, and so it's talking about the TCP ports and what the services of the ports do. See the top 5 of them that are open. The services, MSRPC. Then you have the NetBIOS. Microsoft DS is a program that run the help with the operating system. And then you got the RTSP, IC encapsulation, and WSD API. Not quite sure what that one is. And the rest are all unknown, but they're open, but the service is unknown for them. So now we're going to go start Valhalla by double clicking the honeypot. So need to go back into VMware. What's going on here? Okay. Close these guys. Double click honeypot. Okay. Okay, if prompted, it says always ask before opening this file. Check that and then click run. Now we're allowing the software to run. So now you should see the Valhalla main menu as displayed in this figure. Now we're going to enable a Telnet honeypot server, which will provide a fake server for attackers to access. So basically we're going to show, this is what we're doing, is setting up a network where attackers, they're going to attack this network like they're, I'm not sure what kind of attack, I want to say man in the middle kind of attack. So we're going to click server configuration right down here. Click the server configuration tab. Then we're going to hit options under the Telnet server. So you hit Telnet server right here, you hit options. Then we're going to click the white box to the left to left of enable telnet service right here. Alright, now we hit enable telnet service to enable a service. Now we're going to click the white box to the left of no login required. So right here, left of no login required to enable that. Now that's enabled. So anonymous people can log in. You don't have to have a password. You just log. There's no required login. Just go on there. So the box should turn blue when it to be correct, which it is. Now we're going to close the setup screen. So close the setup screen by clicking the X in the upper right corner, which will return you to the server config menu. So we're back here at the Honeypot server config where it shows all the servers and their options tabs. So now we're going to enable the FTP Honeypot server, which will provide another fake server for attackers to access. So we're going to go to FTP. See, now you will enable the FTP Honeypot server. So we're in here to the FTP. See the blue checkbox? Right now it's not able. They couldn't attack it. It's not even going. So now we click the checkbox to make it blue to enable the FTP one. Now there's another fake server for attackers to access. Then we're going to click options under the FTP server, which I just did that. Skipped ahead of myself, sorry. Now we're going to close this screen by clicking that. Okay. Note that both Telnet server and FTP server have changed from red to green. You guys note FTP server is green and Telnet server is green right here. And the rest are all still red because they're inactive, but FTP server and Telnet server is green. They are active for fake profiles for attackers to access. Now we're going to close the server config menu. So exit out of here. To enable the honeypot, we're going to click monitoring. Top tab right here, we click monitoring. So the application minimized to the system tray now. Now we're going to execute the nmap command. We got to go back over to the actual machine now. Now we're back in here to the nmap. Alright, now we're going to go in. We're going to type in that same code we used over in step 8. Yep, step 8. This time we're going to see Telnet service available on port 23 as well as an FTP service available on port 21. So, now that we So we're going to run this same command again. Go up here, we're just going to hit enter to run it again. Now it's going to scan and pull up the same things, except this time there'll be a few differences where it's going to show the Telnet service available on the 23rd on port 23, and then it's going to show the FTP service available on port 21, which right here, port 21 FTP service, it's open, and then port 23 Telnet service, it's open. Also, there's a few extra ones open that weren't before, like right here, 6000/TCP is open, which is a X11 service. We got this one right here. This is kind of funny. 1080/TCP is open. It's a SOCKS service. Then you got 22/TCP port open with the SSH service. What's another new one? This one right here, MS-SQL S service is open on a port 1433. So just by running that and having that happen, you can and tell that it didn't just open the 2 ports we had, it opened a few extras that weren't there before. This type of scan may be enough to fool most attackers into believing a Telnet or FTP server is available. However, attackers may run a more in-depth in-map scan and collect more data about the target. In cases like this, a honeypot may return data that indicates a service is not actually what is being advertised. So to see what additional data can be returned, we're going to run a different in-map scan by typing this command right here. So we're going to go up here to the command box. Alright, we're going to get rid of all this. We're just going to go in-map SV, and we're going to get the IP address again of the Windows 7 system. So let's go back into here, get this back. Okay, so now we have that up. Sorry, I can't remember the IP addresses that well. 2.168.17.129. So now we type that in. We're going to hit enter. Now it's starting the in-map, a second scan. Now see it? It shows the on Valhalla honeypot, all the other, they're trying to invade. See, it shows right here the ports they're trying to invade, and very well enough right here. FTP. All these IP addresses coming from these hosts. They tried to invade this network through all these ports. FTP port right there. All these right here, FTP ports. Some of them you could say are connected or disconnected, or some of them are just blank. This one right here is a help one. I'm not quite sure what that one is yet. I'm gonna have to look into that. But the ones we were really talking about and worried about was the FTP servers. So Valhalla, it also displays alerts as a result of intrusive scans like the ones we just ran. So these alerts are also saved in text files in the location that we specified earlier. So that's all I have for this video. I hope you learned a little bit something on how Honeypot and Valhalla can work to open and close ports. That way you can set your networks up how you would like. Also, it's a nice tool to learn how, if you're being attacked, or it's kind of an insight on how hackers get into your network. How they don't just say, hey, go on the internet and Google up someone's IP address or Google up somebody's computer and say, hey, I'm in their network, I'm hacking them. No, it's more to it than that. There's a lot of in-depth stuff they go through. There's a lot of code they type in. So I will see you guys later in my next video. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.